little barefoot road. Oh, let's end it there. I don't want to push my luck. I'm barefoot. If I fall off barefooted, that's gonna scraping on that concrete with your toes, imagine that. So let's not. That's the 50 beeps. Direct connection. Do you hear that freaking? Freaking 17 beeps. To let you know, so make sure you know. If you didn't hear the first one, you might have heard the second one. If you didn't hear the second one, you might have heard the third one. If you didn't hear the third one, you might have heard the fourth one, or the fifth one, or sixth one, seventh one, eighth one, or the ninth one, even the 10th one. If you didn't hear the 10th one, you've got the 11th, the 12th, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And that's how it works with King Song. Should have made it a song. If you're gonna have 17 beeps, why not make a melody? Make it into a melody. But actually, guys, I think I figured it out. It's not King Song that's doing that. It's EUC woes. Because of this, I was getting disheartened, right? Look at all these. Look at that. $57 in one day. 60. I was like, dude, I'm struggling on this fucking scooter. Like, flat out just riding around, man, all around the city. All around the freaking city. Like, down to the beach, to the mountains, everywhere. And making like $40 fucking dollars. And I was kind of like getting obsessed with using that red scooter. Like I was using it flat out. I was like, dude, this is gonna make me money because, you know, I can hit the city. Because in this thing, it's because of the cop, guys, because of the law. I don't want to go into the city with this, right? But today was different. I know. What's up, guys? So we're on the wheel right now. That's what it looks like. On the job. And I remember, I forgot to tell you on this other video, I said this is awesome gear. And I said it's a really hot day. Do you remember that? And I just want to show you, so far I've been, like I'll show you the app. Look, it's 6 o'clock. And so far I've made 183. Let me just see, I might have got a tip just there. Oh no. I've been getting a few tips, guys. I got a $10 tip and a $5 tip the other day. But yeah, so I worked pretty hard today. Not really. And it was kind of interesting because I was on this thing, right? And remember I told you guys that I stay away from the city. And I was on that thing. And I took this job in the city, and I'll tell you why I took it, guys, because it's been quiet. Since I got my scooter, you know, I got like, I said I was making good money at the start, and I was doing it mostly on this thing and my van together. What the hell is it? Together. Oh, there we go. Mostly on this though, guys, and on that is where I'd make the most money. Like when I made $250 in one day, that was basically all on that thing. This makes the best money, and it costs the least to run. It's like, you know, I told you my scooter is way cheaper than the van. Well, this thing's cheaper yet by a lot. Like the scooter's still like, you put $1 here, $1 there just to do, like say if you got to do a long trip. Like I've been getting these long trips sometimes, like $30 for one delivery, and it's like a 20-minute drive, and then I got to drive back. You can sometimes get jobs on the way back, so it works out. But on the scooter, just that one trip might cost $1 or $2, you know, whereas on this it would be like cents. Sorry guys, my camera's, my gimbal's messing up. On this it would cost like 10 cents, something like that. Negligible, right? In the van, remember I told you I was spending like $30 on one shift. So when you look at what I'm earning, you got to minus the fuel. And when you're talking this thing, all you're going to minus is like 10 cents, right? So it's awesome. I love it, and it makes the most money. So it's a win-win. And yeah, what I was saying though is, when I first started with this Uber Eats stuff, I was making awesome money on that, right? 1100. The most I got was 11. Look, I'll show you real quick. It's kind of interesting. See if I go earnings, and here, wait, details. This will explain it best actually. Hopefully that's like coming up clear. See, I made in that week, I made $1,149, and I basically did it was kind of a 5.5 day week. See, on Tuesday I did like nothing. I just did like 2 trips on the wheel, and it was on the way to get my shopping. So it was like, yeah, it wasn't really any work on that day, but the rest of the days I worked pretty hard. And on Sunday I just did a half day. See, 1,149 in 7 days. I mean, in a week. So I just go back there, and this is going to explain what I was saying just then. See, if we go back another week, I made 915 on the week just before that, right? See, I took Saturday off and worked kind of hard throughout the week, and then on Sunday I caned it. That was on the wheel, guys. 254 on this thing. Look at that tire too. I'm going to talk about this bold tire. That's very interesting. I'll talk about that after. Hopefully I remember. Someone remind me if I forget. But look, that was on Sunday, $254. What I'm saying though, what I'm saying in showing you all this, and look, the week before that, 987. So it was paying good. I was like, dude, this is like a career on the wheel, you know? And this was my first, this is when I first started. See, day one, I did it all in the van, except the very first, I did the very first trip on the wheel, and then I did the rest of that day in the van. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm trying to remember, like, why did I do that? But that's what I did, and I made $102, see? Then on Sunday, the next day, I did it all on the wheel, all on this thing, with that bold-ass tire. And look how much I made, 217 on day 2. So that's my day 2 of Uber Eats, and this was day 1. So that just shows you how much more the EUC makes compared to the van, right? But next week, that's not what I was trying to show you though. What I'm saying is I was making good money, see? 987, 915, then 1149. These are all 7-day segments, right? Then the next week is when I bought that red scooter, right? The very next week after that, 1149, is where I bought that scooter. And I was like, dude, this is going to be awesome. I'm going to make even more because I'm going to be able to hit the city and all that. And look how much I made. Only 614, guys. This was all on that red scooter. And I was thinking, what? So this scooter makes that much less money than the EUC. Like, how can this be? And I was like, dude, that can't really be right. I was thinking, you know, this will make a bit more money because you don't need to park it. You just roll straight in. I mean, maybe a fair bit more, like 10, 20% more compared to the scooter. And the scooter makes more than the car because cars are even harder to park. Sometimes you got to park like a quarter mile away and then run a quarter mile to pick up a big bag of food and then run back. Can you believe that? You may as well have like an M10-3 to do that short trip, you know? But you got to do that in a car. On a scooter, like that red thing, you can often park it real close to where you're going. Like there's motorbike designated parking spots, and they're always like, there's always an empty spot there. Do you know what I mean? In the city, when you're in a car, it's like there's never an empty spot. So yeah, the scooter's a fair bit better than the car, but this is a level up again on top of the scooter. And like I said, 10, 20%, but not this much, right? This is like double, see? Whoops. Go back. See, 1149 on the wheel, even taking Tuesday off. And then on the scooter, I'm freaking struggling. I'm like half. I'm making half. And I was thinking, no, that can't be right. So it's got to be that it's just Uber Eats is not getting as much business. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to multi-app. I'm going to do like Uber Eats, Menulog, Deliveroo, DoorDash, Grubhub. There's maybe another one even. I'll do as many as possible, and then I can make consistent money, you know. But then, look, today I did it all basically on the wheel, and I'm finally getting around to the point of showing you all this stuff on the phone. I kind of got sidetracked there, but now I'm going to tell you what I was saying. And it leads on to another thing too, guys, which is kind of interesting. But what I was saying is that I was kind of like getting obsessed with using that red scooter. Like I was using it flat out. I was like, dude, this is going to make me money because, you know, I can hit the city. Because in this thing, it's because of the cop, guys, because of the law. I don't want to go into the city with this, right? But today was different, and I'll explain that. Today, I had to make a choice, right? Because of this, I was getting disheartened, right? Look at all these, look at that, $57 in one day, 60. I was like, dude, I'm struggling on this fucking scooter, like flat out just riding around, man, all around the city, all around the freaking city, like down to the beach, to the mountains, everywhere, and making like $40 fucking dollars, right? So I was getting, I was losing faith, you know? So today, when I got this job, see, look, the very next day is this, and I've still got time left. So it's only 6 o'clock. I'll probably get that up to like 2:40 before I clock out by like, say, 8. But my point is, guys, I got a job in the city, and I thought I got to take it. You know, even though I'm on this wheel, I was out doing shopping, right? I was out near the shops, and that came up, and I was like, dude, it's in the city though. Maybe I should just reject it. And it was a big one too. It was like a double order. I think it was $18 or something like that, which is pretty good for one delivery. And I just said, nah, I'm gonna take it, even though it's in the city, and I hate going to the city on that thing. I just did it anyway. And then I just kept getting job after job, and I was like, dude, and it was all around the city, guys. But I thought, no, I'll do it anyway. I'll risk it because of this. See, the prior week, I was getting disheartened and desperate. I was getting desperate for jobs, you know? So today when that came up, I just did it, guys. I was going like, I had an order right next to the freaking police station where I think that bald dude works. You know, Rambo? The guy that apparently rammed some rider. I think I even know, I think it might be Clooney. The dude, his last name is Clooney. Maybe it's not him, but apparently this bald cop rammed an EUC rider, but he also threatened to put me in jail if he catches me riding. Ridiculous, right? Because I've seen countless cops that they're fine with it. And this order I had to pick up, guys, in Subway. It was literally 2 doors down from the police station where this bald dude works. And when I went in, I walked past the police station. I didn't ride past, like I'm not that freaking bald. I walked in, and then when I looked out, there was this cop car like right at the front of the door, and I was like looking out, just thinking, dude, this is so dumb. But I walked again, when I picked it up, I walked out a fair way towards the mall where it's all crowded, you know, just with my EUC, right, all tightly, you know, you fit in the tighter spaces and you just blend in, disappear into a crowd, and then you're gone, right? It's awesome. And then I rode off and delivered the Subway. And then I got another job, another one, now all in the city, guys. So it was kind of like, I was kind of pissed off. I was like, dude, why do you have to give me the work where I can go to jail, right? I'm like desperate for this work, you know? And when I say I'm desperate, I'm kind of addicted to doing this, guys, especially on this thing, especially. And yes, I'm going to talk about that bold tire finally. But yeah, it's good fun, guys. Like, it's like a game, you know, and you see that money go up, and it's like, it's easy because you can do other stuff while you're doing it, right? Right now I'm offline just to make sure. Actually, look, I'll go online because we're going to close out the video soon, and let's see if I get a job in this time. I'll put the so I'll just see if I'm connected to the 16x. Look, offline. Yeah, it's coming through the 16x. That way I know it's going to sound super loud if I do get a job. Like, there's no way I'll miss it. Whoa, what was that? Camera just did like a 360 backflip. No joke. Alright, so yeah, what I was saying is the yeah, it's fun, but yeah, this bold tire, it's like, it seems like it doesn't change, right? Let's look at how many Ks I've got on my wheel. Let's go into EUC World. Look, I'm at 34% battery. See what happened? I got all those jobs, like I said, and I drained it down to like 8%. Then I went home and charged. But let's see how many Ks I've done. 3,300 basically. See that? Just there, total distance. Hopefully you can see that. But my point is, when do you remember the video where I put the new mainboard in, don't you? I'm sure some of you didn't see it, but those of you who saw it probably remember it. I basically brought this thing back from the dead. And dude, that's a story in its own. This thing sat in the corner for 6 months while I just rode the Sherman. You know, I was like, I love that Sherman. And this thing, it seemed like it was never gonna become relevant ever again. And now it is. It's like, I've just made like, I've started a new career with it basically. While the Sherman now sits in pieces, in tatters. And I'm gonna put that thing back together. Oh, that's another video of its own, but this thing had a bold tire and it looked just like this. It didn't look any different to that. When this was at like, I don't know, 500 kilometers roughly. Because I remember at the 500 kilometer mark, because when you put a new mainboard in, it starts at 0 again. And I already had about 3,000 Ks on this thing. So maybe 4,000. But it resets to 0. So really this thing has got like 7,000 kilometers on it. It resets to 0 when you put the new mainboard in, right? So it was at 0 again, and I didn't replace the tire at the same time, right? All I did was put the new mainboard in, brought this thing back from the dead, and kept the tire that was already on there from like ages ago, you know, like months and months and months. And it was pretty bold already at the beginning. But I remember at the 500 kilometer mark, I looked at it and I was like, dude, this thing can't get any bolder. You know, that's like as bold as it gets. But I noticed it didn't seem to be an issue. Like, grip wise, it's got tons of grip still, even in the rain, right? And now we're at 3,300, so nearly 3,000 kilometers later on a bold tire like that, and it still looks the same. So guys, someone tell me, should I like be worried at this point? Like, am I pushing it too far? Look, there's kind of, what's that? That's weird. Yeah, maybe I should. Because guys, it's pretty awesome. Like, I like the idea of being able to get all those Ks out of your tire, because you know, no one wants to do a tire change, right? And if you can get 3,000-4,000 kilometers more than you normally would, then I'm down for that. As long as you don't go down, you know what I mean? As long as you don't lose grip and then land on your face, then I'm all in. And like I said, it's got plenty of grip. You're not lacking grip. It's not like reducing your safety that much in that sense. Maybe, you know, a little bit. It's probably got a little bit less grip, but I've been doing really tight corners still all the time. Not as tight, I will admit, because it's so bold. I'm kind of cautious now. Whereas before I would lean into it super hard. Now I'm like still very hard though, but just not quite as hard. But still like hard. Like it's got lots of grip, and it's never let me down. It's never put me down. So yeah, that's it. That's the bold tire story. And I really want to get new pedals. These pedals, like, I had to get these new shoes because of these pedals being so lame. Like, because my old shoes were losing grip, and combined with these pedals, it was super slippery. But I like my old shoes better because I can slip them on and off. With these, like, it's annoying. You gotta like undo the laces, do them back up. And I like being like barefoot in the park, you know? I always talk about that. And because of these pedals, I can't use those shoes, right? Because they don't have enough grip. And it means I gotta keep buying new shoes. Like, I'm sure once these get worn out, they're gonna be slippery again. And then these won't be any good either. So, yeah, my point, what I was saying is, if I had spikes, that's what I want, I reckon your shoes could be as old as they can get and it wouldn't matter. They're still gonna have lots of grip. Because guys, at the moment, it seems like I gotta buy new shoes like every 3 months with those other stylish shoes. You know, like those feelers? It's on that photo where I like busted my foot. It was like next to those, because I've been wearing those for ages on my EUCs. Because I like the fact you can slip them on and off, and they've got good grip when they're new, but then they wear out. The reason I didn't buy them again is because I couldn't find them, so that's why I bought these. But I had to buy new ones every 3 months, right? It's like your shoes wear out, like tires, even worse. Like your tire probably lasts a whole year, which is lame. Right? So if you had spikes, I reckon your shoes could go for years and years and it wouldn't matter. And it might not even wear them out in the same way. Like maybe this grip tape is like super abrasive. Like the spikes will probably, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be rougher on like points, but overall it might not wear them out as much. I don't know. But the thing they offer is lots more grip. So even if they do wear them out, it's still gonna have lots of grip, and that's the point. But yeah, I'm blabbering on a lot now. Like, it's getting pretty late. What I wanted to do, guys, is get a Subway, and I can't believe it. Like, see, I was on the way there. It's 6:25 now, but I've been I've been recording for a while now. When I was cruising up from there in that direction down here, I was like heading to, not Subway, Boost Juice. I always call it Subway. Boost Juice closes at 6, and I was cruising, and I looked and I was like, dude, it's like 5:59, and I've still got like another half a mile. I just missed it. So now I'm gonna have to head like 6 miles in that direction to another Boost. But my battery's too low, so I don't want to do it on the wheel. It could make it, but I don't want to do it on 34%. Nah, it could probably just make it, but it's gonna suck riding like that. Please decelerate. Please decelerate. And you're only going like 20 k's an hour, like 12 miles an hour. When your battery gets super low, it says please decelerate. At lower and lower speeds, the lower your battery gets, basically. That's how you can know as well, without having to like connect to the app on this wheel. Just based on when it's saying decelerate, you can kind of get a good feel for where your battery's at. So if you can still go fast, it means you've got plenty of battery left. So I'm gonna do the trip, guys, on the scooter, on the red scooter. Oh, how am I gonna carry a drink though? That's the thing. I can do it. One thing like I forgot to talk about is carrying drinks. This beats the hell out of anything because you've got both hands, right? You sometimes get some like pretty gnarly drinks with like a big hole at the top, and you can't even tilt it, you know, the tiniest bit, and it will spill out. So on this, it's way easier than anything. Even a car, like when you sit in a car and like put an open cup in the cup holder and watch it slosh around, you know, when you're on the wheel, you can be really careful. Like, my point in saying that was I'm going to go 6 miles in that direction to pick up a boost juice, and now I'm thinking, dude, I wish I had my wheel so I could boost back without spilling the boost. You know what I mean? And I can't because I've only got 34% battery. So I'm going to do it on the red scooter. Might even do it in the van. Decisions. But yeah, let's end it here, guys. And we'll see you in the next one. Let's go for a little, come on camera. A little barefoot ride. Let's end it there. I don't want to push my luck. I'm barefoot. If I fall off barefooted, that's gonna scraping on that concrete with your toes. Imagine that. So let's not. That's the 50 beeps to let you know. So make sure you know. If you didn't hear the first one, you might have heard the second one. If you didn't hear the second one, you might have heard the third one. If you didn't hear the third one, you might have heard the fourth one, or the fifth one, or sixth one, seventh one, eighth one, or the ninth one, even the 10th one. If you didn't hear the 10th one, you've got the 11th, the 12th, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And that's how it works with King Song. Should have made it a song. If you're gonna have 17 beeps, why not make a melody? Make it into a melody. But actually, guys, I think I figured it out. It's not King Song that's doing that. It's EUC World. I don't think they... Actually, with the Sherman, it doesn't happen. So it's a combination of EUC World and King Song that causes this 17 beep situation. With, what's the other app called? There's another app. Can't remember what it's called. And when you connect that app, it beeps twice. It goes beep beep, and that's it. So it's actually the app that's doing that. It's not King Song. Remember I blamed King Song for that? So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, let's end it, guys. We'll see you in the next one.